Hey you guys, it's Britt. Tonight we're here to talk about the app Life360 and their very close alignment with the influencer Alicia Dougherty, who runs the Dougherty Dozen here on YouTube. They also have a really large platform over on TikTok, and they are on Instagram as well. And I wanted to talk about this today just because it really ties in with online safety and privacy and all of the things. So if you're interested, please keep watching. All right, you guys, so I was going to film a reaction, but to be super honest, as always, I'm just not in the mood right now. So I'm going to save that for tomorrow, but I do want to give this to you guys because I think this is actually a lot more important than a reaction right now. And I've been familiar with this app because of the Dougherty Dozen, but I really wanted to talk about kind of what is it, what videos has Alicia done highlighting this company, and why is a company like Life360 so okay with promoting the Dougherty Dozen when Alicia herself is not a safe individual online. She nurtures parasocial relationships, and she has filmed the outside of her house as well as told everybody where her children do their sports activities, where they go to school, what their schedules are ahead of time, and she knows that there are some not so great people online. Let's be honest, you don't have to be a genius to know that. So this is a very interesting alignment and partnership, if I do say so myself. So let's start at the top. Life360 is available on the App Store for anyone to download, and it says, "We simplify safety so families can live fully." Every day, more than 43 million members across 195 countries trust us to protect and connect their loved ones and important stuff at their home, on the road, and on the go. From real-time location updates to keep everyone coordinated to crash detection and 24/7 roadside assistance, Life360 is designed to free families from everyday worries. Our range of driving safety, digital safety, location safety features are there to keep our members safe every step of the way. It's got some hit and miss reviews, just like most apps do on the App Store, but I'm not here to go over the reviews. We're here to talk about the Dougherty Dozen promoting them. Now, Alicia is also part of this Parenting 360 group, and she has done quite a few videos talking about safety and parenting tips and all of this kind of stuff. Now, if you go to their TikTok page, Parenting 360, it says a group of parents using TikTok to connect, inspire, and educate. And they have 365,000 followers right now. And it was very easy to go through and pick out the videos that Alicia is in. She's a pretty recognizable person. And so that is exactly what I did. The first video that I'm going to show you guys is from the Parenting 360, and all of these were on their page. That's what I'm focusing on in this video. This subtitle says, "Activate Mama Bear Mode. Share this video with someone to spread the word."
Girls, if you're ever in public and you feel uncomfortable or unsafe, go up to the nearest woman and say, "Mom, this guy is creeping me out." Us ladies got your back.
And Alicia basically just gives a tip to say, if, someone is bothering you in public and you're a young girl or boy, go up to a grown woman and say, "Hey mom, this person's bothering me." I think that this is a wonderful idea, and I might say this a few times in this video, so bear with me. But I am for this idea, I'm just not for the messenger. And honestly, this happens a lot to me online, and tell me if you guys feel the same way. So often I'll hear someone say something and I'm like, yes, I agree with that. But you're not the one that should be spreading this message because of your actions that we've seen. You're a hypocrite because you want to preach a good word, but then show actions that are in fact putting your own children at risk. We also know that Alicia thinks that she's a bit of a comedian, so she went ahead and said, FaceTiming my husband because I saw on Life360 he's about to pass a Dunkin'. And, you know, whatever, be snarky and funny all that you want, but this one I actually found pretty interesting because not only is she wearing a hoodie from her child's high school, which we've talked about before, that's not practicing internet safety to tell your internet friends, as she calls them, where your children go to school, but she also has her White Claw with her infamous straw in it. Now, I know that she is allegedly no longer drinking. I hope that that is true. But I also have another video coming on the fetal alcohol syndrome, and how that kind of ties in with all of this. So I'm not going to focus on the alcohol stuff right now. But Parenting 360, if you guys are supposed to be the internet geniuses when it comes to how to keep your children safe online, I would probably say to her, hey, you might not want to be wearing your child's school mascot on a hoodie where you're advertising on our platform for our app that is supposed to keep children safe. And then this one I found really interesting. It says, how are you so calm about your kids' safety? And she kind of pans over and shows the Life360 app. Again, do I think that Life360 could be a good thing for an everyday family that isn't on social media and is not oversharing and they're not recognizable? Sure. But the absolute hypocrisy that I see here, and let me also confirm, these are not old videos that I'm pulling from like 2 years ago. They most recently posted her in like June. So y'all are well aware of the way that she moves around online, and you're still aligning yourself saying this parent is keeping their child safe using our product, but in fact, her content would show otherwise. Life360, how do you feel about strangers knowing where her kids go to school? How do you feel about strangers having a house tour? How do you feel about strangers knowing exactly where she runs her errands? How do you feel about people knowing exactly where they stay at when they're on vacation? How do you feel about people knowing their physical address and Alicia, in fact, laughing at that? These are all really serious things, and I just don't think that she is the best spokesperson, and that's my opinion. They also did this like back to school tips. This I just thought was really funny, where Alicia was featured and she talks about doing stuff in the crock pot. Yeah, I get it. That's a great tip for maybe someone who's working either a full-time or a part-time job, or maybe they're actually home taking care of their children all day. Alicia's kids are all in school, so I'm not sure why she needs to save so much time unless she's trying to just have more time to reply to comments on YouTube and make TikToks all day. Now this one video I'm going to share with you guys, I will obviously blur the kids' faces, but I saw this and automatically thought, and this doesn't have anything to do with the internet safety thing, but why doesn't she do things like this with her kids anymore?
Today I'm going to show you how you can take a simple cooking activity with your kids and turn it into a learning activity that incorporates math, reading, OT, and turn-taking skills. The triplets are going to help. Who can read the recipe and tell me what we're making today?
Quail.
First, we get out our ingredients. How many ingredients are we using?
6.
How many cups of flour do we need?
2.
Okay, but we need to double it. So what's 2 plus 2?
4.
2.
1. 5.
Now that we mixed all our ingredients, I am going to do some more mixing on the stove.
Something has changed since Alicia has received this online clout and quote fame that she thinks she has. I don't know if it's going to be here for very long. But since it changed, you can also see where her content has changed. A lot of it for the worse. And I just don't see her doing activities like this with her kids anymore. And please correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe y'all have seen stuff that I just haven't seen. But to see her interacting with her children and it's not tied to a video game, a cell phone, an iPad, shopping, spending money. This video, I was kind of like, well, damn, do that again. Go back to teaching your kids how to cook and involving them in things that are not tied to wasting a bunch of money at Dick's Sporting Goods or, sitting in McDonald's. Like, do stuff like this. Like, I actually thought that that was a good little video. She also talked in this video about how her black twin boys are not going to be respected the same, and she's going to raise them the same as her other children anyway. It was just a very odd video. I don't know. To me, it kind of, it just came off as a little artificial and a little bit, just a little strange. And that's where I'll leave it for now, but I wanted to share it with you guys so you can talk about it down below.
What's it like to be white parents raising black children? Well, it's like being parents to our white children, except it's not. We love them the same, we raise them the same, we teach them the same morals and responsibilities, but we also recognize and respect that they're persons of color, and that as white parents, we have to try even harder to teach them about their heritage. But the truth is, being a parent is like watching your heart walking around in the world. You just wish you could shelter them and protect them forever. And the scary thing is that someday these boys will be out in the real world and I can't protect them. And that society looks at them differently. And that no matter how much love and morals I instill in them, society doesn't care. That's what I struggle with. That's the hard part.
I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a preview as to what I'm planning on doing over the next couple of weeks. Alicia has playlists on TikTok, and a lot of these playlists are very, very telling. They have a lot of information in them, and there are a lot of things that I want to discuss. And obviously, I'm going to use her as an example, but if things associate with other family vloggers, I will obviously tie it to other family vloggers as well. But it's a wealth of things that I haven't really talked about in detail on my channel. So I'm going to make her playlist its own video so that we can focus on topic by topic and it's not so jumbled and unorganized. So that is going to be coming over the next couple of weeks. But I really wanted to talk about this Life360 thing and the parenting 360 situation. It's the hypocrisy for me. It's the outright saying that this person is for internet safety and they're going to be your billboard for how to keep your kids safe. But all that someone would have to do is take just a few minutes and they would be able to figure out where her kids go to school, what sports they play, what the sports schedule is, figure out exactly where they live, what store she goes to every single week to, spend her $2,000 at Wegmans. So the two just don't reconcile for me, and they make no damn sense if I'm being frank. I've said before, and I will just toss it in the end of this video, and I'm sorry if I'm a broken record. Companies need to have a social media coordinator where their job is literally, if someone says, we want to work with this influencer, this social media coordinator person spends a minimum of 4 to 5 hours watching a fair amount of the influencer's content to see, does this make sense? Are they doing, their best? Are they not oversharing? If we are selling something for internet safety, are they being safe on the internet? Are they oversharing? Are they talking about medical issues when the kids can't consent? Because if we're here to save kids, then that also falls under the same umbrella, at least in my mind it does. I think some of these companies could really save some of their bad publicity, and I know that, hey, maybe some of them look at all publicity as good publicity. I don't. But they could save themselves some of the backlash when they align with these really toxic influencers, if they would just have someone in their company dedicate a few hours to actually looking at what is this person about? Like, who are we about to platform? Who are we about to pay? Who are we about to have sign on that dotted line for us? Is it really a good partnership, or are we being hypocritical? And could we walk out of this with egg on our face?
Story time with my 10 kids. I Feel Funny, a guide to parent puberty.
They don't want to, but I'm here to talk about it. So either way, that's going to be it for now. Tell me how you feel. Do you know about Life360? Do you know about this Parenting 360 TikTok page? And how do you feel about hypocritical partnerships? I think it's really interesting. And obviously, this is a great example of internet safety and someone who is not safe on the internet, and in fact laughs in the faces of people who show her the red flags that she's producing herself. So for now, if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.